James. I've been smoking gas, dripping hella swag. Yeah, that bitch is bad, but this she cannot have. Thumbing through these bands, working on my math. Bitch, I am the man, never been a fan. Posted in hell in the reefer. In the streets, I got stripes like a zebra. I can tell you ain't loyal, I peeped you. You the type to go shop where it's cheaper. Pussy get you no swipe like a Visa. For thinking shit sweet like a Fanta. Paper chaser, cause that's all that matters. Now my pockets stay fatter than Santa. Stay with a hawk, but I'm not from Atlanta. Is he talking about trucks or them hammers? Either one give a fuck cause we have them. Every time you pull up, we be laughing. Better get you a plan and quit lacking. Take some notes from a boss, get it cracking. Cause in traffic, we active like shooters. We gon' pull up, leave you wetter than tuna. I've been smoking gas, dripping hella swag. Yeah, that bitch is bad, but this she cannot have. Thumbing through these bands, working on my math. Bitch, I am the man, never been a fan. I've been smoking gas, dripping hella swag. Yeah, that bitch is bad, but this she cannot have. Thumbing through these bands, working on my math. Bitch, I am the man, never been a fan. Use a Cabela to seal 'em. 400 I spent on the vac. Ain't no way you gon' smell what I'm selling. Fill 'em up with the breast and I'm back. I get money in head, then I nap. Eat a little wagyu, then I trap. I just had an old fashioned at 80 V's. The garage fit the broad, I sold 80 P's. I deny what I say, so don't play. In this wood, I'ma roll up an eighth. Neighborhood, yeah, we rollin' like skates. If it's smoke, put a hole in your face. Snatch your kids, make you show up today. You ain't got what you owe like a bank. You either withdraw or you rob. All my shooters gon' send you to God. I've been smoking gas. I'll send you to God. I've been smoking gas, dripping hella swag. Yeah, that bitch is bad, but this she cannot have. Thumbing through these bands, working on my math. Bitch, I am the man, never been a fan. I've been smoking gas, dripping hella swag. Yeah, that bitch is bad, but this she cannot have. Thumbing through these bands, working on my math. Bitch, I am the man, never been a fan.
Warning, this video and on this channel is for educational purposes only. All content is intended for viewers 21 years of age or older. All acts are performed by professionals and all people shown are 21 years or older. All acts are performed under the 2018 Farm Bill, Agricultural Improvement Act of 2018. Please do not attempt to recreate or reenact anything you see on this channel. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing this morning? It is your host with the most, man, your boy Emery James, man, and we are live and direct from my comfy little setup here, man, and this is Morning Woods, bro. Very happy to have everybody in the building with us today, man. Super thankful for those that have taken the time out of their day to join us and experience another episode of Morning Woods. This is episode 5, season 2. Episode 5, season 2. Let me make sure I got everything set up right. I had a couple things going. I want to make sure that I'm not just killing my stream this morning. Uploading client files. Boom, those are complete. We'll go back to that later. Check it, man. You know the motto, man. Make a plan, write it down, follow through. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm a little rough today. I didn't do the beard, didn't brush nothing. Feeling like a mongrel this morning. But as always, man, just super thankful to be here. Super thankful for any and all followers, viewers, people that are present this morning, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. So we got 2 viewers in the chat right now, man. I'm not sure who they are, but we appreciate y'all being here. I got $100 says Parts Guys in the building. Parts Guys always in the building, man. So we thankful for bro. Literally one of our favorite people. Oh, Mike Phillips is in the building. Shout out big bro Mike, man. I ain't seen Mike in a minute. Mike, I miss you. Hope all is well, King. I know life be lifing out here, and it's tough because we always want to hang out and get together and do the brotherly thing, but life be life. And so hopefully life's been good to you, man. Work's been good to you. Everything's going well, man. Praying that you continue to see success and less stress. I love you, brother. I love you, man. Hope all is well. This is it's Friday, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is what we all look forward to, man. All my working people locked in at your job today, man. Just know that the work week is almost over. I'm happy for you. You did it another week. You know what I'm saying? We did it. You got it down. You got past the bullshit. You made it happen. So shout out to you, man, because I know that's not easy. If you are in the building, man, do us a favor right now. Share this to all your all your social media platforms. We need it a little bit of everywhere. We're really trying to grow this thing. We know it's going to take time. We know the algorithm's going to try to fight us in every way possible. But you know what we're not going to do? Give up. We're not going to give up, man. Even when the devil tries us the hardest, we're not going to give up. This week was a great example of how difficult it can be to pursue these things, such as, doing a live stream on the internet, while also trying to maintain, the validity of your household, making sure everybody's taken care of, making sure everybody's needs get the proper attention. It's just been one of them weeks. We had the holiday on Monday, which always makes it fun. Decided not to stream on Monday because, I just figured I'd spend my day with the family as well. Then we turned around and we had dentist appointments on Wednesday. I am a father first. So we had a dentist appointment on Wednesday. Got to take care of the babies. We did a little pop-up stream yesterday, just hey, sorry we ain't seen y'all all week. Let's just make sure that y'all know we still here and the mission is still in go. And then the devil tried us again today. He definitely tried us again today. We looked up, man, and my fiance's lunch break fell at the exact same time as Morning Woods. And I'm going to tell y'all what I don't have the ability to do is to just be online talking to y'all while she's in the building. That's my favorite lady. If y'all know anything about me, I'm absolutely crazy about my fiance. And if she's around, man, we might not be doing much of nothing but just talking. But I'm going to be around talking to her. I'm not going to be on here talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And her job is super stressful. So sometimes she just needs daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm Big Daddy. So you got to make sure you make time to, make sure the things that are important to everybody in your life are also important to you. Also on my, self-improvement journey, man. Super excited about just how life is working right now and God's working in my favor, man. So like I've been telling everybody, man, I'm not going to shy away from my faith. If you need something right now in life and you're looking and searching for something that doesn't seem to be coming, to fruition, get in church. Get in church. Build your relationship with God. Whoever your God is, man. I'm a very tolerant Christian. And I know, the only way to salvation is through Jesus. But I still feel like I would much rather you have a moral and religious, spiritual relationship with your God than having no relationship with your God at all. And I think that at least if we had more people with relationships with God, the world could be a better place. So be sure you check that out, man. Ladies, if you haven't already, go to Nash City Media on on Instagram, Nash City Media. My younger sister, Maya Fiasco, has a phenomenal podcast thing going on. It's called The Well. Strictly geared towards women. I think if you're a woman in this day and time, it'll really resonate with you. She's got a great message, great energy. And it's not we don't believe in cookie cutter Christianity. You know what I'm saying? She's very much come as you are. And I hope that if you're here today, tap in with Maya. She's got something great going. So with all that being said, man, this is Morning Woods with Emery James, episode 5. And kicking things off, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, today's episode, man, we got a lot going on, man. We got science in the bedroom. Yeah, I said it. Science in the bedroom. Rocket fuel weed. And a Texas showdown on THC vapes. We're going to talk about all of it, right? That's what we normally do. We talk about all of it. But before we kick it off, I got to smoke one. I'm going to have to hit me one little quick. Should I wait? Nah, I can't wait. We'll get a quick dab in here. Go ahead and piss YouTube off real good. It is a known fact, man. YouTube hates cannabis content. It is what it is. We understand that we're pissing y'all off YouTube, but guess what? We don't give up. We're going to do what we need to do because honestly, man, it's not about you. It's about the fans. It's about the people that support the stream. They're here to see me die. We're going to kick it up a notch, man. This morning, we're going to start off just blowing on some live resin. We're going to chill on the rosin until later. The rosin be having me so sleepy by the end of the stream. I get off stream and be ready to take a nap. And sometimes I ain't got the ability to take a nap. Today being one of those days, I got to run down to the studio and handle some business. So we're not going to be doing a whole lot of rosin dabbing. We'll probably hit one end of stream and then immediately leave and go get some Dutch Bros because it'll be necessary. And I just remembered I got barbecue sauce on my jeans, so if I stand up and y'all see the barbecue sauce on my jeans, I expect to not be judged. Fair? Fair. Y'all gonna trip off today's segments, man. I'm telling y'all right now. Science in the bedroom. We're gonna give y'all some advice on how to get them orgasms off, ladies. All right? I'm gonna teach y'all how to get them orgasms off. Not every woman in the world is as blessed as my lady is to be, in a relationship with such a, blessed sexual partner. Yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Me and my old lady often have simultaneous orgasms. And if you've never had a simultaneous orgasm with your significant other, boy, let me tell you, there's about nothing better. In that moment of climax together, holy shit. A lot of people don't get to experience that, and that sucks. But I'm not one of those people. And I thank God for the sexual relationship that me and my fiance have, because our bodies vibe together. Our bodies speak to one another. But there's some information I'm going to put y'all up on that can help you in that situation, fellas and ladies. We are on that. This is I don't even know which one this is, but I got 2 strains over here. Sadly, they're not in the actual jar, so I don't know which one's which. One's something and one's something else. We got I ain't got no time. I got to hit it. Tap in. Morning, was it Emery? We're going up. It's a hot one. Oh my God. That might be my TikTok fan. If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. The first thing I'm gonna say, ain't nothing like a dab. Ain't nothing like a dab off a slurp. This is a slurper. A slurper dab. You see how it just kept going? It just kept going. Like, it's probably still got a hit in there right now. A little something. The slurper dab just. Hold up. All right, so the terp slurper is what that bowl is on the bong right now, or on the dab rig. Takes a little bit more concentrate to make it function properly, but it's the way it just goes and goes. I mean, I'm burning up now. Hey, look, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all ain't got the TikTok fan, if you ain't got you a TikTok fan, this is not a commercial. This is not a paid endorsement. All I'm going to say is if you ain't got you a TikTok fan yet, this Joker, it's got 10 speeds from 10 to 100. You know what I'm saying? If you hold it, it's got a light. You feel me? It will charge and deliver energy. So it's got USB-C and a regular USB port. I love this thing, man. This thing has saved me so many times in so many different situations because I am a hot-natured person. So the ability to just cut that little fan on right there and let that air hit me sometimes is a lifesaver. Shout out to the TikTok fan. All my big dudes, if you ain't got a TikTok fan and you still out here doing the old school thing with the little white rag, that ain't it, gang. That is not it. You got to get the TikTok fan. People will respect it. When people see me pop out the TikTok fan, they be like, oh, this dude right here takes his comfort serious. He's not playing about being warm. I will not. Look, man, when you as big as I am, you feel me? I'm 6'5", 290. When I get hot, it's like a big V8, bro, without a cooling system. It goes down, and I struggle. I'm talking about beer dripping. I be hot. The only thing that saves me, TikTok fan. The TikTok fan is it. I'm going to cut it off because I know it's a little loud. Look, double click, cut it off. You can't beat that, dog. You can't beat that. All right, we back in action. I'm feeling like a million. Got my dab in me. Energy's flowing for the Sparky Doobie. Shout out to the Cookie Double Cycler. Love y'all for that. Shout out Smoke Token for that, man. We appreciate y'all. My eye is itching. Excuse me, I'm going to scratch it the whole episode. All right, check it. It's time for this morning's Hot Topics. Man, we're going to jump into the news real quick. Let's get everything primed up and geared up, man. I hope y'all are ready for today's information. We got some steamers, bro. We got some steamers. First thing, Improve your orgasms with cannabis. Ladies, this was for you. I'm telling y'all right now, improve your orgasms with cannabis.
Some validation, but we do know that
Sorry, I had to get that audio right, gang. Here we go.
treatment for orgasmic dysfunction in women are limited and really lack some validation. But we do know that cannabis, according
Cannabis.
to a 2024 study focusing on women who struggle to achieve orgasm using cannabis before intercourse, do help them reach orgasm more easily, more frequently, and with greater satisfaction.
It might help if I unmute that mic. We're gonna run that back real quick. Studies are showing y'all that there's a 40% increase in orgasm frequency with cannabis use. Do you understand what that's saying? Now I'm gonna explain to y'all why. Because I know this because I'm a true cannabis head and I've experienced cannabis in women throughout my lifetime. You know what weed does for women? And it does the same thing for everybody. And it's one of the main reasons that marijuana is such a big deal. All right? Let me get full screen and break this shit down to y'all because this is important for y'all to hear me and see me properly. It removes your inhibitions. All right? Now follow me. Check it out. Think about in the world of like music. You hear a lot of artists are like, oh man, I gotta have some gas before I hit the studio. I can't go do this if I don't smoke. I like to smoke before I record. I like to smoke before I do this. It's because it's removing your inhibitions. It's allowing you to stop second guessing yourself. That's what we've always done for me in the studio. It makes me have that moment where it's like, no matter what I say, I'm gonna think it's cool. Because when I'm high, I think I'm cool. Because I'm no longer inhibited. It removes my inhibitions. It removes my abilities to doubt the things that I'm feeling. You feel me? The same plays true with women. You'll notice, young boys, if y'all in here, my young boys, my YNs, my YCs, my YNs, that's that's young niggas, young Caucasians, and young mixed kids. All right, just to clarify, YNs, YMs, and YCs. All right. You'll notice with certain women, more times than not, they're gonna do one of two things. They're gonna freak out, or they're gonna get a little more into you, more touchy, more feely. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew this one chick that she was never really that touchy feely, but you smoke a joint with her, she's gonna try to suck your cock. I said it, yeah, and I mean it. Like it, it's just something about it. It removes the inhibition. So what it's doing in the bedroom, ladies, it's allowing you to just let go. You know what I'm saying? You embracing that inner freak. We see it, boo-boo. And that's good for you. We want you to embrace that inner freak. We like that inner freak. You feel me? But like the truth is, like that's what the cannabis is doing for y'all. I'm trying to get my lighting right real quick. I just realized we a little bit too bright. I'm gonna just bring a couple things down. Y'all adjusting. Don't hate me. I'm a perfectionist. The cannabis is great before you get your freaky on. Because all of a sudden, the things that she may be too shy to do, she's going to embrace. She finna go. You know what I'm saying? All because the weed done made her feel like, fuck it. He ain't going to judge me. He want to do this nasty shit. She might just spit on it or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into details. It's a little bit wild. But I'm just saying. They're also saying that when high and having intercourse, satisfaction doubled from 43% to 86%. Ladies, 86%. So if I told you, hey, I know you don't love to smoke, but what if we just blew this little paper or maybe just smoked on this bowl a little bit and then we get freaky and you just tell me, did it feel better? My old lady no longer smokes weed. Again, thank God she doesn't need to because we have a connection higher than that. But I would like to run this experiment on her. I wonder if she'd be willing to let me try. Nah, she wouldn't because the weed freaks her out now. The problem is, and this is actually going to tie into our next segment. The problem is the weed's getting too strong. The weed has gotten way. What we're smoking now is not what we smoked when we was kids, at all. This might be the best marketing for cannabis that. This might be the best marketing that cannabis never asked for, if you ask me, bro. Like, what's a better way to promote people should smoke more bud than to tell you that it's going to improve your sex life? So shout out to this doctor for discovering this, for running these studies, for having this information for us. Again, bro, study shows a 40% increase in orgasm frequency with cannabis use. Satisfaction doubled from 43% to 86%. Drop a leaf in the comments if you into that bud before the bedroom session. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's hype? Let me know. Let me know. Our next clip, bro, ties into this perfectly. Again, remember I told you my old lady don't even smoke no more. She don't smoke no more because the bud's too strong. Let me explain to y'all what's going on in this next news clip. Watch me work here. Watch me work here. All right, next news clip we got. Check it. I'm going to go up and down real quick. This guy was boom.
Cannabis use can cause schizophrenia. Now, this is something that I really want people to be aware of because, listen, there's a lot of bad information about cannabis out there. People say it's not a big deal, it's fine, it's healthy. Let me tell you what, the cannabis that people are smoking now is not the same stuff that I used to smoke growing up myself.
That deserves to be talked about right there. The weed we're smoking today is not the weed we smoked growing up. I'm an 80s baby. I'm going into my 40th year of life this year. I've been smoking since I was 15, 14 years old, since the 7th grade. So probably younger than that, 12 or 13, but I've been smoking my whole life. I can honestly say I've never quit smoking for more than a week straight. I'm just not capable of it. I don't like me sober. With that being said, I grew up in the era of brick weed, sticks and seeds. I'm talking about the kind of sticks and seeds, the kind of weed where you had to have a folder. And you had to, it was like, here, right here. Let me show you how we used to get down. You had to have a folder. And you had to put the bud on the folder right there, right here. And do like this. To get the, and the seed would roll out the bottom of the weed. The weed wouldn't roll because it's not round. It would kind of just slowly slide. But the seeds would roll right out the bottom of the pile. Let me tell y'all something, man. We was getting high off that shit. I remember the first time I saw Mid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my homeboy from high school, the white boy that had the Buick on the wheels, man. I remember the first time he showed me a $75 quarter of bud. And every bud looked like Christmas trees. And I remember being like, what the hell? The way it smelled, how soft it was. I had never seen cannabis that had just been loved the way that this was. That was before I ever saw any Kind Bud, any BC, anything. With some $75 Mid. Shit was so good. Came out the east side. Fast forward, I remember the first time I ever smoked Baby Dro, which that was more than likely like some British Columbia, some good nugs, some heady little nugs or whatever. My first time smoking that, I hotboxed a fucking Nova and passed out in a Subway. No bullshit. And I tell people all the time, that's the reason I am the pothead that I am today, because that event made my homies judge me to the max. Niggas thought I was a cornball because I fell out off the dro in a public place. They wouldn't pass me the weed. So then I had to make it a point to always have my own weed. And now I'm smoking weed to the face, and I'm finna outsmoke everybody. And it was almost like a pride thing. Silliest shit ever, I know. But all I'm saying is, the weed we smoked when we was younger, even comparison to the higher end items that we experienced, they still ain't have shit on what's going on around right now. If I could have smoked this joint in 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 10, it'd have knocked me on my motherfucking ass. Whereas now I can sit here, dab some concentrates, smoke a paper full of some premium, and I'm still able to function. That's tolerance. I don't understand how young people today are just picking up the habit of being like, I want to smoke cannabis and just functioning. And that's what this gentleman's finna explain to us.
Where you'd pick like little seeds out of it because it was grown in someone's backyard. People are doing dabs, people are doing edibles. The concentration of THC is out of control. And what I personally see now as a psychiatrist is some people are really sensitive to that. And if they smoke really high amounts of this stuff, they develop these psychotic reactions. And these aren't just psychotic reactions that go away when you come off the drug. I've seen them last for months sometimes, and some people say they're not even feeling normal for years afterwards. And you know,
Now listen, there was a time when my girl smoked every day. It was my birthday. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago. We had just got home from the bowling alley. It was me, my girl's little brother, my girl, and her mother. They started asking me to give them a dab. I had been dabbing at this point for probably a year or two, and I really enjoyed dabbing. But Keely was really shitty. Not shitty. It's my birthday. We've been drinking, and she's like giving me shit on some like, I mean, he ain't gonna give nobody a dab big enough to get him high. Because I always gave her smaller dabs than she probably felt that she needed. She probably felt she could handle more. But I always knew what a big dab could do based off of an experience I had with Jelly's ass. You know, if you don't know, I used to call Jelly Roll Dabber Dan. And Jelly was, when he got into wax, Jelly was super into wax. Like, he would take a dab on stage. It was just an easier way for him to, you know, remedicate himself without having to spend 30 minutes, 20 minutes smoking a joint. So he totally got into dabbing and embraced it. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time after a show, Jelly gave me a dab so big it made me hallucinate, and I passed out on his couch for 3 hours. And that was the first time I experienced, like, not what I would call an overdose on marijuana, but the fact that you can have a moment almost relatable to a mushroom or an acid trip off of cannabis. That blew my mind. So after that, I was always super skeptical about being like, you know what, yo, here's a big booger, take one. You know, if I dab every day, of course, I'm going to take a larger dab than you if I only dab you out once a day or once a week or every now and then. It's just me looking out for you. Anyway, they would give me a hard time. I was like, you know what? It's my birthday. It's also her mom's birthday. We share a birthday. I'm like, you know what? Everybody here smokes pretty much regularly. Let's do it. Come on. I'm going to give y'all a dab like I take it. And one by one, I went down the line and knocked everybody's head back. That was the last time Keely smoked weed. Dead ass. She has since maybe tried some CBD, some THC. No, not even THCA. Some CBD shit. Every now and then she'll fuck with the CBDs because she still enjoys the smoke, the taste, da-da-da-da. But she went from an everyday smoker to that dab giving her an out-of-body experience. Like literally telling me that for a moment there, she was watching herself third person. Okay? And she never wanted another sack of weed. Dead ass. Her mother and her brother both had out-of-body experiences that evening as well, to where they were hitting back the next day talking about, man, mom was doing this, I was doing this, we was high as fuck. Weed is different now. Some of these dabs, bro, I'm taking dabs that are 70 to 90% THC concentration. That's why you could take one dab and be as high, if not higher, than having smoked a whole joint to the face over a 20-minute period. I tell people all the time, they're like, what's it like taking a dab? It's like getting high at once, all at once. It's the feeling you're chasing if you're still a smoker. Because the best bud now is going into concentrates. So, food for thought. Morning woods, you know what I'm saying?
what happens to these people? They go to their doctors and the doctors tell them they have schizophrenia. But I don't think that's the story for all people. I think for some people who are susceptible to cannabis, when they smoke it, it actually injures their brain. It causes neurological damage that presents as a psychosis. And really what that person needs to do is actually come off the weed and give it a couple of months, sometimes even a year, for them to fully come back to normal. It's super dangerous right now. I know there's big cannabis industry out there. I know there's like movies like Pineapple Express that make it seem like it's safe. Please don't get sucked into this. The potency of cannabis right now is actually really dangerous. Protect your brains. Cannabis use can cause schizophrenia. Now, this is something.
I had a really interesting conversation just the other day with my girl's grandmother about cannabis. And she was telling me how, or we were just basically having a conversation about our teenage boys smoking weed. And, you know, we've caught, not gonna get into family details, it's not the place for it. But the conversation was more or less like, do you not feel like they're damaging their brains by smoking weed at such a young, delicate age? And yeah, there's been studies that have come out that said, like, oh, smoking weed at a young age is so bad for you, and la, la, la. And, you know, the only argument I can honestly make in that would be that the potency of weed, the concentration of cannabis, of THC and cannabinoids in weed now could potentially be able to do harmful things to the brain. But I know I started smoking at a young age, and in many rooms, I'm the smartest person in the room. And that was kind of my argument with her in that moment when she was saying, like, I just don't want it to hurt their brains and them not be to their full potential. And I asked her, I was like, do you not think that I'm high level intelligent? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. You're definitely one of the smartest men I know. I said, cool, because I started smoking weed in 7th grade. Consistently smoking weed in 7th grade. So do with that what you please. But I think there is something to be said. Like, young people, y'all got to be smart about cannabis use. All these carts, all these dabs, these are a lot stronger than just smoking a doobie, than sitting in a circle with your homeboys and passing the pipe around or passing the bong around. A lot of y'all are taking blinkers. If no one has ever told you, the hardware that holds disposable liquid, so a disposable is anything you don't need to add a battery to it. So those disposables that y'all are smoking, they're not designed to be blinked. They're not. If you read a lot of the package, it'll say gentle 3 to 4 second pulls. If you're sitting there ripping that bitch till it starts giving you a flashing warning saying you've done too much, that light's to tell you the coil's too fucking hot. You're thinning the oil out. It's burning up faster. You're getting more than you need. Be safe, man. That's the problem, I think, with the world, with the humans, is that, and I'm guilty of it here as myself, as I sit here and I often smoke super concentrated dabs. It's never enough. It's never enough. You know, at one point, a cold beer was enough. Now you want to take shots of tequila. At one point, smoking a bowl of regular weed was enough. Now you need a dab of rosin. Moderation, man. Moderation. So, I will say this. So, 70s weed with today's 25 to 30% THC strains is different. We talk tolerance, we talk anxiety. Anxiety is a big part of that, man. So for some people that deal with anxiety, cannabis is not your friend. Only certain types of cannabis, and I think that's indicas, could even partially be fucked with by you, because you get into sativas and certain hybrids, your paranoia is gonna spike, your anxiety is gonna go through the roof. So cautious if you have anxiety. And again, man, just moderation. You know, so this isn't Woodstock weed no more, y'all. It's like rocket fuel in a baggie. Plain and simple. This ain't your grandpa weed no more. We smoking that damn Zaza. Ain't that what y'all call it? The Zaza? The Zaza and the Runs? Who here thinks modern weed is too strong? And does anybody miss the old stuff? The other day we were on stream and I smoked some THCP, and one of the things I said I enjoyed the most about it was the way it tasted. It had a legacy taste. It tasted like I think it was a sour diesel, if I'm not mistaken. But the way that bud tasted was phenomenal. And it was just a nostalgic flavor profile, and that was just hella enjoyable to me. So on behalf of the entire weed community, yeah, I missed the old stuff. Is it nice to not grab seeds out the weed and not have them blow up and burn your clothes? Absolutely. But is it also nice to, like, buy an ounce of weed for $80? You know what I'm saying? That was crazy times. It was nice to, I don't even know, man. It was just nice to just smoke bud and it be just bud. Now that shit can really put you on your back. Dead ass. All right, last news clip, gang. Last news clip. What we got left here? Oh, yeah, let's talk about Texas. You know, I've been on Texas's ass lately, bro, because I feel like Texas is a great example of what the nation is dealing with in terms of cannabis. One day we can smoke. One day we can't smoke. Hey, it's okay to have it. No, it's not okay to have it. It's just crazy. So, speaking of strong, Texas is cracking down on disposable THC vapes. It's all over for them. Let's roll this. Check this shit out, man. I can't get enough of this Texas talk because I just think Texas is a good example of what it is and what it isn't. So what they doing in Texas now?
New overnight, the battle over Texas's hemp industry still isn't settled. After weeks of back and forth, lawmakers wrapped up their second special session without passing any new rules on most THC products. KPRC2 News reporter TJ Parker is live outside a CBD shop in the Heights. TJ, what does this mean for customers throughout the area?
Well, Zach, for now it doesn't mean much. So, for example, the CBD shop behind me here on 11th Street could still sell those gummies, hemp-infused drinks, and those smokable flowers. The full ban was on the table, the full THC was on the table, but did not pass. Now, I want to show you this statement that we just got from the hemp industry and Farmers of America in response to this not passing. It says in part, quote, "The hemp ban bust represents a major win for Texas businesses. Dan Patrick continued his out-of-touch crusade to ban all hemp, ignoring 80% of Texas voters." So the House gavelled out late Wednesday, leaving Senate Bill 6 without a vote. It would have banned any hemp product with detectable levels of THC, except for a couple that are non-psychoactive. Senate Governor Dan Patrick wanted a total ban, saying regulation just wouldn't work. But Governor Greg Abbott pushed for tighter rules instead, like age limits and potency caps. And so again, Zach, that ban did not pass here within the state of Texas.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we know this discussion has been going on for quite some time. There's been a showdown between the lieutenant.
All right, so basically, man, Texas got to figure their shit out. They done banned all vapes. You can't smoke disposables anymore. No more carts. They even took some of the fucking nicotine vapes off the shelves as well. They were trying to ban drinks, edibles, and I think it was one other thing. Maybe even flour. That didn't pass. That did not pass. Luckily, they got lucky. They said, no, we're going to hold on to this. Tighter restrictions. Governor Abbott's like, no, we're going to give more regulation, but we're not going to completely take that off the shelves yet. So just a dumbass politicians playing around in the game they don't know what they're playing with, and it's just annoying, bro. It's just annoying. Slow Friday, man. Slow Friday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Slow Friday. Ain't nobody in here with me. Streaming to myself, and I don't give a damn. So it's effective. So that new ban went in place September 1st, 2025. They ban on all sale and marketing of disposable cannabinoid vapes, THC, CBD, and Delta 8. Possession is still legal, so you can hold it. You just can't sell it at a gas station. And they tried to do a full ban, but it failed, man. So what's your take on that? Smart move by Texas, or just another way to punish the sales underground, or to push the sales underground? Which is all they're doing, man. Like, I hope they realize, like, every time you're like, we're not going to do this anymore. All those store owners that are then forced to remove that product from the shelves, what do you think they're going to do with it? Set it on fire? Throw it in the trash? No. They're going to put it on their Telegram. They're going to put it on their potato chat. They're going to put it on some sort of place where they can tell the world, hey, I've got these on the low. I'll take a loss on them. I'll take very little profit. But I got these and they got to go. And that's how they play it, bro. So all you do every time you change the law of Texas is you create new drug dealers. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, man. So that's all we got today for the news, bro. Let's see here, man. So real quick, man, which story hit you the hardest today? Was it better orgasms, rocket fuel weed, or the Texas vape ban? Me personally, bro, I think it has to be the whole thing about the orgasms. Make sure you smoke a weed with your old lady. Plain and simple. Smoke weed and get freaky. All right? All right, that roach is gone. All right, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This show is really dependent on crowd participation. That's why we got to get to Saturday. We got to get to Saturday, bro. I also missed my time, man. It's today, bro. I'm sorry, man. I owe y'all an apology about that. We didn't get jumping on this the way we were supposed to today. But it is what it is, man. I'm just trying to be an example of taking shit serious, man, being consistent, and just working a goal, man, working a dream. I think this is something that we can accomplish, we can do, and that it can be fun. But it's gonna take me just being the one to get beat up online for so many weeks straight until this thing catches. It's also killing us that we're not getting IG right now, bro. Like, I think IG's coming back mid-December. I tried to sell a firearm on my IG. I didn't think that was bad. I live in Tennessee. I don't even need a bill of sale to sell a firearm, so why would I think that I need to get someone's permission to post about it on my Instagram? And it was like a handgun. It wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was the stupidest thing. And honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, it was the second time I did it and got in trouble for it with IG. And the first time, it just didn't even register to me. I was like, this has to be a mistake. Like, y'all can't be serious. Bitches sell their bodies on the internet. People sell drugs on the internet. Like, I've seen a ton of things done on the platform of Instagram. For y'all to look at me and be like, you can't sell that legally owned firearm to someone who is willing to legally purchase it is wild to me. Wild to me. But with that, now I am unable to go live on Instagram. And that's where they hit you. They'll be like, oh, no, you done messed up. We're going to do the no more of this profile, getting online and doing streams. We can tell this is important to you. Man, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I really hate that TikTok's so weird, man. 'Cause I really feel like TikTok's got the best platform right now when it comes to going live. But they'll like not restrict your live access as fast as they'll just like blackball you from using certain softwares to do it proper. So it was like the first time we went live on TikTok this morning was it popped. We made money. People were giving us stuff. It was the most interesting thing I've ever done on live. But surprisingly, after that, Streamlabs, the service that I use to do this live streaming, was not allowing me. They were like, you're no longer approved to go live. Your live abilities have been banned. Try again in 5 days. So basically, they just blocked me for 5 days from going live. Now, I could still go live on my cell phone, but it wasn't going to let me go live through my streaming software, which I found very interesting. It's like, hey, man, look, if you want to do that, that's fine. You can do all that, but you're not going to do it the way you want to, and we're definitely not going to help you make any money. Noted. So I've really got this whole plan about turning my IG into almost like a independent music review channel. I've seen a lot of people do that. I just think we could be good at that. Watching music videos, listening to music, and just, engaging with people that way. Maybe taking cannabis out of it. There's a lot of platforms that are coming up now, up and coming. There's one called Rumble that we're going to start using a little bit more. Kick is also another really big platform. We're live on Kick right now, probably for 0 people, but it's still important just to try it. So much of this, bro, is me just trying to figure this out. It's like I tell people all the time, you got to do something 100 times before you feel comfortable with it. The first time I ever went live, I didn't feel comfortable with it. Like, you're really sitting here talking to yourself. If you really think about it, like, can you sit here and talk to yourself? It's hard sometimes. Sometimes I do this in the live chat jumps, and people are everywhere. It's going crazy, and there's enough engagement that it carries the show. And I'm just literally answering questions, giving feedback, just talking to my people. But on days like today when there's nobody in here, it says I have one viewer for 42 minutes straight. Ouch. Whoever you are, my one viewer, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for at least sitting here long enough for the algorithm to realize that one person liked it, and then they'll go find 1 million people just like you to send to this type of content. There's a big push to like have this whole like just chatting cannabis corner kind of thing on these streaming sites. There's a guy named Cupins. I think he's dope just because I like how he approaches content. And he was saying that, they're trying to really have it to where when you sign up for these streaming sites that you can actually be like, nah, bro, we're just going to get high and chill. Like, just like there's just chattings or IRLs, like there should be just smokings. Like, looks like we picked up another viewer, man. Whoever you are just popped in, man. Appreciate you for popping in, man. This is Morning Woods with your boy Emery. I'm chilling. Hey, we'll take a song request. We're also
Governor and the
not doing that. Take a song request. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to hear a song while we chilling, I'm gonna take a dab and kind of wind down. I really might move into more of just like an IRL thing. I don't know. Y'all can kind of just hang out while I just do what I normally do on the internet. I've been kind of wanting to watch this Drake thing. I'm gonna show y'all how I'd watch this Drake thing while I take a dab because there's no way I'm watching anything Drake does for an hour and 34 minutes. But he has this really interesting thing he's been doing with these Iceman episodes, which I've honestly been kind of just. I've really been like the nerve of this nigga because in my personal opinion, like there's no effort at all in this. Like he literally is like just like, you know how the algorithm works? The longer you sit on something and watch something, the more money people are making, the more likely they are to recommend it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, prime example, he's got this stay tuned screen. It opened up with that. It goes for almost 2 minutes before we get to the next screen. And he does this throughout this whole little like escapade of this. I don't know. Is there audio? And it's like just like that. I don't even think there's audio. So this be the shit I be tripping about Drake, bro. It's like you be so like in love with being artistic that you'll just like, what is this supposed to mean? And as someone who does music and artistry, it's like I'm looking for the hidden meaning and I'm struggling to find it. So we got a bunch of ice and some shovels. That's a dope shot. Drone shot, rotational, super fire shot. I wonder where that is. It's got to be in Canada. It's got to be a parking garage, it looks like. It's a pretty epic parking garage, though. Drake's weird, bro. He's super weird. Kendrick really messed this dude's head up. Torcida Giloblu. And he's like, all of a sudden Drake wants to be Italian. I've noticed that. He's doing this Italian mobster thing. This one's moving a lot faster than the last one. The last one didn't move at all. It was like, what are we watching? Whoa. Artwork. You know, Drake people gonna figure out we watching this video and gonna take us down. And then he'll do this. Ice again. Let me take a dab. What did I miss? Oh, and then randomly he adds music.
Cara, cosa mi succede stasera? Ti guardo ed è come la prima volta.
Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei?
Non vorrei parlare,
Cosa sei?
ma tu sei la frase d'amore cominciata e mai finita.
Non cambi mai, non cambi mai, non cambi mai.
This nigga Drake is really weird, bro.
Il mio oggi
Proprio mai.
e il mio sempre, inquietudine.
Adesso ormai ci puoi provare. Chiamami tormento, dai, già che ci sei.
Tu sei come il vento che porta i violini e le rose.
Caramelle, non ne voglio più.
Certe volte non ti capisco.
Le rose e i violini, questa sera raccontali un'altra. Violini e rose li posso sentire. Quando la cosa mi va, se mi va. Quando è il momento e dopo si vedrà.
Una parola ancora.
Parole, parole, parole.
Ascoltami,
Parole, parole, parole.
ti prego.
Parole, parole, parole.
Io ti giuro.
Parole, 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 soltanto parole, parole tra noi.
I have no idea what the point of this
Ecco il mio
is. If
destino.
anybody does, please let me know.
Parlarti come la prima volta.
Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei? Che cosa sei?
No, non dire nulla. C'è la notte che parla.
Cosa sei?
La romantica notte.
Non cambi mai, non cambi mai, non cambi mai.
Tu sei il mio sogno proibito.
Proprio mai.
È vero, speranza.
Nessuno più ti può fermare. Chiamami passione, dai, hai visto mai?
Si spegne nei tuoi occhi la luna e si accendono i grilli.
Caramelle, non ne voglio più.
Se tu non ci fossi, bisognerebbe inventarti.
La luna ed i grilli normalmente mi tengono sveglia, mentre io voglio dormire, sognare l'uomo che a volte
I mean, come on, bro. Like, Drake. What are we doing right now? How is this promoting this album? I mean, I get it. People are going to sit around and watch this, but if y'all can see this little box at the bottom of my screen, we're only 6 minutes and 40 seconds in. If we start scrubbing through this, I mean, okay, there's Drake. He shows up finally. What's he doing? the weirdo, bro. And it's gonna be it'll be so much of this, bro. It's just random cinematics. Yeah, not on my stream. I'm done. 50 minutes in, bro. Appreciate whoever stood in here this long, man. Hung out for a minute, bro. It is your boy Emery James, man. I don't know, cuz. Tough day, tough Friday. Can't wait to get these going on Saturdays. Hey, but if you make a plan, write it down and follow through, man, I promise you'll see some sort of success with it. We're not doing this because we wanted to pop today, tomorrow, next week, next month. We understand the streaming game is a, what do they call it, man? It's a long game. We're playing a long game because it's just chess, not checkers. So we're going to keep putting our pieces in the proper places to, you know what I'm saying, see the success that we seek, period. We know this is a good thing. We know this is going to get better with time, and we're just working through the kinks right now. So with that being said, man, thank you so very much to each and every person that popped in today and each and every person that will take the time out of their day to watch any segment of this in the future. I pray, you know, that you see all the blessings that you deserve and everything that you know, wish for comes true. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But again, man, it's your boy Emery James, EMRYJYMZ. If you believe in you, I believe in you. Have a blessed rest of the day, man. Do something kind for somebody and do something today that your future self can thank you for. With that being said, man, I'm gone.
Always north side on mine, and that's every fucking time. That's where I get my name from, that's where I get my game from. Yeah. Play after play, the progress is unmatched. Smart move, rocking with me, that's all facts. Pulled up in something exotic and all black, with a stallion on my arm, so the whipping my chick match. Clashing with these niggas with no class, gotta stay one step ahead of they broke ass. No brakes, full steam ahead, can't coach that. My baby stay ready, keep the toast in a coach bag and not just coast on beats. We controlling the streets, ones closest to me, peep, they make a peep. Difference between us, I ain't never been cheap. Patiently making progress, I ain't never been weak. Stepping on the toes of my foes, they gon' feel this. Red seats back outside, we bout to kill shit. Niggas been sleep too long, hit the kill switch. Counting up way more cash than I can deal with. This time around, nothing new, they still sick. Waiting on me to fall off, never. Came back with way more swag. Pressure, play after play, the progress is unmatched. Smart move, rocking with me, that's all facts. Pulled up in something exotic and all black, with a stallion on my arm, so the whipping my chick match. Clashing with these niggas with no class, gotta stay one step ahead of they broke ass. No brakes, full steam ahead, can't coach that. My baby stay ready, keep the toast in the coach bag and not just.
Yeah, I play it close to the chest. It's obvious that we smoking the best. Keep a pole for the pest. If I'm coming to you know it's correct. It's Emery James, I've been known for the flex. Better show me a check. OG, I might throw up a set. 6-0, rich roll to the left. Cop Bose and Gwinnett. The pipes growl, so you know when we left. The guts red, but you know where we rep.
Neighborhood cuz.
Her nails done, babe, cold with a set. At 80 V's, they gon' throw me the check.
Come on, let's go.
Chilean bass with the coldest moet. I got stripes, so you know I'm a vet. Yeah, might switch it up, I want respect and they gon' give it up.
I do.
Semi tuck, super petty, you can't sit with us. I want it all, I can't get enough.
Never.
I'm with Northside Will and we trim as fuck. Ship a Bentley truck to Kakalaki full of sticky stuff. Niggas know it costs a lot to cough, bitch, we really up.
We really up.
I'ma push my line till they sick of me.
Yeah.
Playmaker on the ball like I'm Pistol P. I'm about progression, act right or get your ass left. You a liability, I'm known as an asset. Never half step, somewhere posted where the gas at. Money long like French bread, charm full of bad gas.